Our next guest has been featured as Boston's paranormal expert on the Biography Channel's Haunted Encounters. He's the author of Ghosts of Boston, Ghosts of Salem, and 13 Most Haunted in Massachusetts. And he's also a sought-after lecturer who speaks at dozens of paranormal-related events. As if all of that wasn't enough, he's the manager of Ghost Ship Harbor's VIP Paranormal Experience, a fun-filled but scary attraction taking place this Halloween season on the USS Salem in Quincy, considered one of the region's most haunted locations. And without further ado, I now present to you paranormal expert and author Sam Baltrusis. Welcome to Urban Update. Happy Halloween.
Happy
Thank you for coming in.
Byron.
Yeah, before we start, what do you get any vibes about this place? Is our studio haunted, do you think?
Well, possibly. I mean, we just had some false starts before, so maybe there's a poltergeist following me. Or
okay, yeah. All right. Well, I hope he likes our little show today. So, how did you become a paranormal expert?
Well, I've been a journalist for 20 years, and I wrote a story back in 2011 that led to a book deal on haunted locations in Boston, and it just took off from there. And I apply my journalism skills to my skills as a paranormal researcher.
Wow. Now, you've written several books on the most haunted places in the region. Tell me how'd you find these places?
Well, I just word of mouth. I talk to people, and they tell me their ghost stories, their encounters. And, you know, for example, the USS Salem, I didn't spend much time on it until I started working with Ghost Ship Harbor, and there's been so much activity, paranormal activity on the vessel. So I've had firsthand experiences there, and people they tell me their stories. So it's a lot of word of mouth.
Okay. Now, when someone calls and say they think there's some paranormal activity going on, how do you determine if it's really something or nothing?
Well, I work as a paranormal researcher, so my job is to know why a place would be haunted. I would call in someone who's like a paranormal investigator or someone who would be able to decipher what's going on. It could be in their heads, which is sometimes that's the case, but in some cases we actually do have activity that is inexplicable.
Okay, well, you know, I mean, it's kind of hard for me to sort of understand. I guess you'd call me a skeptic, I suppose. But let's get into the Halloween spirit here. Now, there's an interesting trend turning toward haunted locations. Tell me more about I guess what you found and some of your locations and things.
Yeah, I call it haunting the haunted, and that means taking a location that's haunted and turning it into a haunted attraction. The USS Salem is a perfect example. We have Ghost Ship Harbor, and having the haunted experience on the vessel has been very interesting. We've had paranormal activity, we've had investigations, and it's I would say it's very paranormally active on the vessel.
Wow, tell me a little bit more about your book and about, I guess, all these locations, or maybe some of them, because USS Quincy, where does that rank in terms of the?
Well, so I've written seven books altogether. My book last year, 13 Most Haunted in Massachusetts, it was number 8 on my list. This year, my 13 Most Haunted Crime Scenes book, it's number 2 on my list because of all the paranormal activity. The crimes are committed by the ghosts. People are reporting getting scratched on the vessel. There have been reports of being scared. Like it's a lot of stuff going on there that I can't really explain. Temperatures fluctuate. It gets from really cold to really hot within seconds. And we have a female scream captured on camera that is really interesting. So I would say that it definitely is one of the most haunted locations in Massachusetts.
Wow, I was going to say, what are people in store for? I mean, is it scary for kids? Should you be a certain age?
Yeah, I would recommend definitely teenage and above. We've had packed crowds since we've opened in October, and I would recommend teenage. So you know your children. So if they get scared easily, don't bring them, because it is very scary.
Well, you're talking about again the USS Salem out in Quincy. You say you do a lot of lectures and things. I guess what kind of reaction do you get from people? I mean, do people have questions? Are they coming because they're wondering? Are there skeptics in the crowd? Or?
It started off when New Englanders are traditionally tight-lipped about their ghost experiences, and that's changed over the years for me. And I think a lot of it has to do with pop culture. There's all these paranormal shows on TV. And it started off where people were kind of tight-lipped, and now people are getting more forthcoming with their paranormal experiences. And truthfully, there's a large percentage who actually do believe in ghosts. So you're in the 20% who don't believe in ghosts, but your wife is a believer. flavor, I hear.
Well, yeah, that's what she tells me anyway, I guess so. Well, tell me some more about, I guess, the USS Salem and Quincy, and I guess what people can expect if they go.
So there's 2 haunted attractions. It's a world-class haunted attraction. Jason Egan, who does Fright Dome in Las Vegas, was the producer, the mastermind behind the haunted attraction. I'm responsible for the paranormal experience, which you're going to deal with people who are on these haunted TV shows that you see on various networks, who will take you through the vessel and basically have a paranormal experience. So you'll use equipment that the professionals use.
I guess, what about the popularity or just the curious and interest in haunted places like this? It seems like there's an awful lot of it.
Well, definitely around Halloween, the interest definitely peaks. But I have people go on my tours year round, so it's definitely a phenomenon.
And a few of the other haunted places, the 13 most haunted in Massachusetts?
Well, the number one in my upcoming book, 13 Most Haunted Crime Scenes, is the Lizzie Borden Bed and Breakfast. We all know about that. I was kind of not sure if it's actually haunted, but I've heard multiple accounts that it is in fact haunted. And I do think that when you have these people come in from shows like Ghost Adventures, Ghost Hunters, when they come in, they stir up the spirits. So something that may have been traditionally not haunted may become haunted because of the activity that's conjured within the structure.
That's absolutely amazing. So anything else you'd like to add about any of these special places around?
I want to invite a couple people from WHGH to join me at the USS Salem.
Okay.
Maku Baka, please come to the Ghost Ship Harbor, and also Jadian.
Okay, Jadian Thompson. All right. I'm sure they'll both love it. Wow. Okay. Well, listen, that sounds like it's going to be a really fun event and interesting, and hopefully not too scary. Sam Baltrusis, thanks for coming in, and good luck with your books, and good luck with giving everybody a fun time in the Halloween season.
Thank you, Byron. Happy Halloween.
Okay, happy Halloween to you too. Well, that's it for this edition of Urban Update. I'm Byron Barnett. For all of us here at Urban Update, have a great Sunday, everyone.